October 18th.
40-Jahrestag der Gründung der Deutschen Demokratischen Republik.
Erich Honecker still refuses to yield. He will not listen to the pleas of his people for change. Opposition to his leadership has grown at breakneck speed. At 10 a.m., the Politburo, the Communist Party's highest decision-making body, meet in East Berlin and vote unanimously for his dismissal. He is replaced by his protégé, Egon Krenz.
He'd been Honecker's deputy for 5 years. He was not a charismatic speaker. So the changeover from Honecker to Krenz, while it showed that the regime recognized there was a crisis, also showed that the regime had no idea what to do about it. And Krenz certainly was not the answer to anybody's prayers. He was not going to be the Gorbachev of East Germany.
Immediately, Krenz announces his intention to reform the German Democratic Republic.
Did it make any difference? No. Because by reform, Krenz only meant cosmetic changes. He didn't mean any genuine reform, and that was never going to appease the opposition.
East Germans respond to Krenz's appointment by taking to the streets in even greater numbers.
We must have new people for our policy, and I think we will do this.
November 7th, under siege, faced with mass protests, the entire East German government resigns. Krenz and the Communist Party remain in power, but are severely weakened.
We have failed, yes, of course. We had come too late, and Gorbachev was right when he said, he who comes too late will be punished.
November 9th. The new East German government is already in meltdown. No one knows how to handle the crisis. A team of officials met overnight.
And one of the things they discussed at this meeting was the travel law. Well, they had so much on their minds that most of the top leaders didn't look closely at what this travel law actually said. It's crazy to say that, but it's true.
The new law enables anyone with a passport to apply for a visa to leave permanently or for a holiday via any border crossing point between East and West Germany. Krenz meets party spokesman Günter Schabowski and orders him to announce the change in legislation.
So Günter Schabowski leaves the meeting, gets in his car to be driven to the press conference, and seemingly never really looked at that travel regulation.
Schabowski has no idea of the storm about to break. Just before 6 p.m., Schabowski arrives at Berlin's International Press Center. He tells the gathered media that the document he holds will make it possible for every East German citizen to leave the country.
Journalists say, what do you mean? Is the Berlin Wall going to be opened? And when does this take effect?
Hat das ZK beraten?
Also doch, ständig Ausländer können über alle Grenzübergangsstellen der DDR.
You can watch footage of this. It's incredible. He looks down in this confused way at his documents. He sort of rifles through them. He looks over at his advisors, sort of for help. And then he looks up and says, yes, all borders will be open, including the Berlin Wall. And, another journalist says, when? Again, he looks down totally confused. It says, immediately, without delay.
Schabowski's answer sends shockwaves across both East Germany and the world. Krenz and his government are taken completely by surprise. As far as they're concerned, there is nothing in the regulation that allows any East German to go to a checkpoint and be let through. Their intention is that people will still have to apply for permission to leave.
Well, of course, that was one of the most colossal administrative errors in history. It wasn't supposed to happen that way and at that time. Once he'd misspoken and said the borders would be open, they were pushed into it. Then, of course, that was relayed onto West German televisions within half an hour. They said the wall is open, the gates are open. You've heard it from the top, you've heard it from Schabowski.